Dun, 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 dun,
Beep,
dun, 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 dun,
beep,
dun,
beep,
dun.
beep, 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 beep.
What is up, people? Another week. Going to the second week of the NFL week, Working Time Sports Show.
Mhm.
How's it going, D?
Man, let me tell you something, man. It's always funny to see how much people have this joy that comes over their life when the foosball is played again. You know what I mean, man? They like people feel revived. You know what I mean? Like they feel like everything is right with the world, and then their team loses.
Yeah.
So
So, kicking things off. Throw Rogan, aka COVID
you need to
Rogers,
stop it. You need
aka
to stop it. We just started. You need to stop. COVID Rogers, ladies and gentlemen.
you know what, man? There's two things. It's
I
not
wasn't
like,
ready for this nigga to take a motherfucking.
bro.
Well, it'd be different if he got
Okay,
sack. You know? Anyway, go ahead.
here's the thing. I think we've never talked about this. So, on one hand, I don't think anybody was necessarily like, "Oh, we're celebrating Rodgers' injury," but it really highlighted something here. So Rodgers had a torn Achilles. They thought it was a ruptured Achilles, but it's a torn Achilles. And
And
we,
and at age 38, you done.
yeah. So the thing of it is, the logic was, well, how did that happen? So somebody brought up a good point. NFL Players Association really needs to take a step back and push for bringing back regular grass because that turf does damage to you in ways that is just like holy shit, like wow. Because
You know what?
here's the science of it all. When you're on turf, when you put your foot down, there is no give. Once your foot's down, that's it. When you're on grass and you're doing it, there's give to the grass to where you can pivot and all that stuff. That's the reason why Dion had turf toe and lost his big toes because years of putting your foot down in the
On
turf,
that turf, yes.
yeah, it does damage to you over time and stuff. And yeah, and especially there's a lot of ACL injuries and stuff being on turf because yeah.
The
And
one
for
thing,
four
and that's
snaps, dog. Four snaps. It
gone in 4 snaps.
ah
Gone in 4 snaps, bro. And here's the thing. I was going to disagree with you only for one reason. It's very
okay.
minor.
Fair.
It was they put rubber on the ground because they have to. When you do
Yeah,
it
yeah.
like that, you have to
Because
put
it's
it on,
concrete, rubber, and something
and you
else.
need bounce to give. And but not just the Jets game, but I noticed it in the other games that do have turf in that the grass turf like that.
Yeah.
You see these black pellets all everybody's faces and all that rest of that, and it's like, yeah, NFL, we need to talk. Yeah,
We
I
have a
think
chat.
we need to chat because it's not that. See, it's as safe as it's going to get. I will say that. Number
Yeah.
one, it's as safe as it's going to get. But at the same time, I totally agree with you, man. Like, yo, people are hurting themselves a little bit. But you know what? I won't say that because remember, we saw football in the era where it was just straight up astroturf, the worst stuff in the world. You might as well go outside and paint the concrete green because that's all it
Just
is.
it's like
You know what, man? Let me tell you something, man. This is why it's a long conversation.
CTE.
CTE. Junior say I blew his brains out. This is all I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Every day I sit back and I'm like, how the fuck is Troy Aikman still able to commentate an NFL game?
So I say the same thing about Steve Young. Steve, I seen what people did to you.
Did you pull a Daniel Bryan and go in a hyperbaric chamber and just
Like,
recharge your brain?
like,
What happened?
Did you do? What did you do? So yeah, you see it going to 4 snaps.
Just like
But yeah, I feel that everybody that like I thought for a second, like, no, Chris makes a good point. Because even when you update something, there's going to always say that with it's equivalent exchange. You give something and something's going to have to come back. You're going to give something up. It's karma. It's a circle.
Yeah.
So in the case of this, there's going to be dudes that's going to get injuries that's going to be ankle based. a lot of ankle-based injuries are going to come from this year.
ACLs, ankle
ACLs
injuries.
is going to
Was it?
from the ankle to the knee.
Was it?
We're going to
Who,
get a bunch of them. Trust
who
me.
was it on the Giants? Was it? Yeah, wasn't it? Saquon Barkley. He was just running from a play, and all of a sudden, shit, my leg. I'm like, what the fuck
Hold
happened?
on. There, no. MetLife is artificial. MetLife is artificial.
It was one of the players. He was just running, and he just said, shit. And I'm like,
There's a
what the fuck?
it was Saquon. It was Saquon.
Okay.
It was Saquon. I remember Curtis Martin years ago getting hit and coming off the field like it was nothing. He had his helmet off. Just next thing I know, they say he tore his knee. I'm like, nigga, you walked, but like
Hey,
football players are a different type of tough.
Look. Stone Cold broke his neck and still continued a match. So that's like holy shit.
Seth tore his ACL and continued his. I was telling that to my. We was looking at. I forgot who we was talking about, and I was telling that my dad, like, yeah, wrestling is the only sport I see anybody come back from injuries like that. My dad, like, bullshit. So, like, Dad, you don't know this guy named Edge, but he literally snapped his back and neck in 3 different places. They told him he ain't gonna wrestle ever again. He retired. This motherfucker came back 10 years later, Dad, in good shape. Not perfect wrestling shape, because remember that fight between him and Randy? It was like, hey, yo, Edge, this is too long for you. You kind of gassed.
But we ate it up because COVID.
We ate it up because of COVID year. And you know what? F everybody that didn't like that match. I liked it. Like again, real quick, Eric, Chris. COVID WrestleMania to D was, I loved it.
COVID. Look, the year of COVID was literally a lesson in, let's separate the weak and strong wrestlers. Who is going to survive this?
Boy, you ain't lying. And we're going to talk about it a little bit later with wrestling, but shout outs to Xavier Woods. I'll tell you about it when we talk about wrestling. But anyway, so yeah, like that's the one thing I noticed off the break this season, is that I'm noticing that I can see the rubber now. Now, every now and then you will see the rubber, somebody do a quick cut, you see like a little drag. And usually I like it for one reason, because if it's on grass, you're going to see a dirt mark. With this turf, you're going to see all that rubber just plop up out the joke to make it look like, like you hydroplaning in a car. That's what I kind of like.
Because between Aaron and my man here, oh yes, if you drafted Cooper Kupp into fantasy, you were hosed, because that nigga is out for 4 games.
Yo,
imagine you draft Cooper Kupp, like, this is gonna be good, and man, Cooper's out for 4 games.
Dog, I'm gonna be breezing, man. We good. We ain't got nothing to worry about. Nope. Hold this now.
Shout out to Denzel. He kept wondering, how come Travis Kelce, nobody picked him? Travis Kelce out. It's like, out. I feel sorry for Denzel, because like I was like, damn, Denzel got a good one. Fuck.
Nah. I gotta be real with you. And this D don't like doing this. You know me. D got the best pick out of everybody this year. How in the world did we get to the 3rd round and none of you? No, the 2nd round. No. 3rd round. How did we get? No, the 2nd round. I got him on my 2nd pick. Never mind. I got the best pick out of everybody, and it showed up this damn Sunday. I was supposed to lose. That beautiful, fast, black chocolate Adonis named Tyreek Hill saved my game.
2 and Tyreek are going to be on one.
For
sure.
Nigga. So, man, I love it, man.
I still feel for Tua, because I'm like, hey, Tua, you had a good game.
Look, Tua still.
The O-line held up.
Tua is better. I know it is better. And I keep on forgetting the name, McDaniels. I actually kind of like him. I don't think he's the best coach, but I think he's the right coach for that team. You know what I mean? There are certain coaches that they're not going to elevate you. They're going to get you to a certain level, or there are some coaches that can bring up a whole organization. We don't know him yet, but he's ready for that squad. I will give him that, man. I will give him that. But that being also said, I still think Tua is just one good, he's I'm being real, man.
But back to Aaron,
not bringing that on him. But anyway, yes.
Back to COVID Rodgers. Look. Jets, the Jets fan base was hype. Aaron came out there, got injured, and you could feel the Jets fan base like, ah, shit, we suck
Boy,
again.
like I think the reason why is it's already bad enough the New York area was already pissed off that the Yankees ain't doing nothing. They're already pissed off that the Mets are just the Mets. And they're really pissed off that the fucking Cowboys came in here and ran us over.
Oh, we'll get to that in a minute.
We'll get to that. But now
on 9/11,
on 9/11,
Aaron Rodgers.
If he wasn't indicted, Giuliani would have been in the front row seeing this. See, we can't have that.
I think it's poetic in it also too, because look, Aaron did a dangerous thing. White people take 9/11 very seriously. And Aaron was like, "You really believe in 9/11?" A real thing that Aaron Rodgers said, and I was like, Bro, you are playing a dangerous game. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing conspiracy theories about 9/11. Like, don't do that.
Not in New York, nigga. Not in New York.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
There's gonna be an angry fireman. I was there. No, he wasn't, but I was there.
So it's poetic that he's injured. And like, look. When he went down, Zach Wilson, I'm pretty sure he was Harlem shaking the whole time.
I don't think he was. I think it was one of those weird situations where we're going to re-review this jump because I think we properly need to re-review this movie, which is Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
I think when it happened, he was like, "It's Willie Beeman time. Let's do it." Because I will give Zach that. He was confident. This was probably the first game he was actually felt like, this is my chance to do something different. And what do? Did he check down like a motherfucker?
Well, I mean, look. To be fair, the Jets defense and also Josh Allen. Look, we need to have. I need. You know what? Here's somebody said it best. Dak Prescott got a lot of shit for 15 interceptions, as he should. Right, last year.
Yes, he should.
Here's the funny thing. Josh Allen has more interceptions than Dak Prescott, but because Josh Allen is on,
you're not done. Way more fumbles too.
Yes.
See,
way more.
Here's the thing. That fumble last season, he probably only fumbled like twice.
But here's the thing.
Maybe.
But because Josh Allen is on one, the Buffalo Bills, and two, he had a shootout with Patrick Mahomes, which was a ratings gold. He gets a pass. I was gonna say whiteness, but no, he's just it's those two things.
It's a bit of, I would say, a bit of whiteness, just a little bit,
tinge,
a little bit, because as you know, everybody here on Working College Sports Show, we don't call him by his whole name unless we're pissed off. But
Joshua Allen.
But no. But Dakota, he has a bit of it himself, but it's only going to take him so far, man. Remember, it's like, yeah. Jerry Jones coming in. What you doing, boy? You ain't nah. What? You think I'm gonna split you in half and let that half in here? It ain't about to happen.
Hey, look. Dak Prescott win the Super Bowl. He gonna be with some black women, and it's like, oh, the shit.
I hope Dak calls Cherokee the ass and tell her, get all of your girls up here. I don't care how big. Look. I don't care how big they are. Nah, I don't like her though. Okay, cool.
I need him with a bottle of champagne, drinking it out the bottle.
I need you to have an NWA shirt on, and it says NWA. I need a good and Mega Evers on there like this. I need energy.
I need Trayvon Diggs and fucking Parsons next to him, really going full nigga on his ass.
I need no. You know what? Defiant. Go up there. Like, why? Like, that's a cool jersey. Dak, don't go over there. Don't go over that, John. Like, this is a Cowboys jersey. Don't you go up in there. Everybody there. He got the Super Bowl ring. Yeah. He turns around on the back. Kaepernick. Dak, what are you doing, nigga? What are you doing? You about to get look, Jay-Z, because he's an envoy now to the NFL. Hey, look, man, the other straight-laced black people talked about this. You can't go up there.
Jerry is like, that nigger.
Oh, that's the day we will hear it. Or Jerry, because he's on a serious high and he can finally die knowing that he got a Super Bowl again. That's mine. Jerry's gonna drop the M-bomb somehow.
And then just like
that day. Oh. Or Somebody's old black grandmama touches him or something. I don't know, nigga. But he will die. I think Jerry will, if that actually happened. This is not even me being funny and a bit of God forbid, because real talk, I don't want nobody to die. But Jerry, I think the perfect way for you to go out is if we win the Super Bowl, you do the whole of the parade. The next day, Jerry Jones has passed away quietly in his home. Like that is, and you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it, Chris, because after the Super Bowl run, all of the receipts of he ain't that good is gonna come out. It would be perfect. He'll die, and all of the receipts come out. And here's Skip Bayless. But I was a liar, huh? I told you.
It's literally I still beat for Jerry. Like I still beat. Don't matter.
Yes, it is. Speaking of which, real quick, I saw an old clip. It was the Dallas. It was a show back in Dallas, in these Dallas area back in the day. Deion Sanders was on it. Pam Oliver was on it, and their guest that day was actually Skip Bayless. And Deion was pissed off at Skip because Skip wrote the whole thing about Switzer and Aikman, and he didn't like half of it because he thought, you just stirring the pot. And I totally understand it.
Yeah,
Especially back in the day, that was like, dog, quit doing that. And the journalists, and just to be real, the public, we was like, nah, let's Skip talk. Let's, like, what's going on in there?
Let him cook.
Let him cook. But at the same time, a lot of people was against the shit. But the one thing Deion was mad about was like, how you gonna say that there's a gay rumor about Troy, man? I ain't never heard that. And I laugh because you hear some of the audience like they were like mad, but one guy was like coughing. One guy coughed and maybe like, I heard it. I was like thinking, and Deion was adamant, and I was thinking to myself, hey Deion, for real, nobody in Dallas called him gay. Troy Aikman, a good-looking blonde dude, tall. No one called him gay, dog. People called Jeff Gordon gay for at least 13 years. And you mean to tell me? No, publicly and openly. There was a song. It's not funny, but it catches you off guard when you hear it. Don't. Jeff Gordon's gay. Don't. Jeff Gordon's gay. It's funny as hell when you hear the first 2 seconds. But you mean to tell me you went to in the same area of Texas, you mean to tell me you've never heard it? So it was kind of weird. I just had to bring that up because the only reason why is because Skip is the definition of I keep the same energy. Because Deion in his prime, was telling him, what you mean to tell me? You lying, man. Well, Deion, you have your opinion. I'm just going off what I have.
So hey, here's the thing. Anyway. Joshua Allen. He stunk it up bad. And it was great, but like, it was just kind of like, all right, you did what you had to do, but like, you really stuck it up in that game, past giving it to Stephon and getting his numbers up and stuff. And look, I also have to say the Buffalo's defense was not great, especially like the special teams was bad too, because that last thing for them to run it back for a TD, I'm like, what the fuck was that?
One interception for Matt Milano. It was a simple one, man. That was going to come.
Yeah,
it's Zach throwing the ball. But here's also, I didn't think the defense did what they could. And to be honest with you, their defense is one of the better defenses in the NFL. So I'll let that go. But I'm gonna say no to Joshy, because 29 of 41, and out of that 41, out of that 41, 3 of them were picks. One touchdown that went to Stephon. Stephon got 102 yards. He caught the ball 10 times. Everybody else is kind of starving. You only had one person to throw to. James Cook wasn't doing nothing. All the rest of that, man. So yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's one of those situations where you look at it and you're like, all right, the Jets are pretty good. And again, look, me and Dia said it best. You got to give these teams 5 to 6 games to really assess where they're at. So
of course,
I'm not jumping on the bandwagon of, oh my God, the Jets defense is great. It's like, chill, guys. Like
I will say, actually, I will. I think their defense is beautiful. I actually
I
do
don't
like
think
his.
it's terrible, but I'm not like, oh my god, they're the steel curtain or anything like that. It's like,
You know, the one thing I will say, I think they are a tad bit overhyped, but I think overhyped in the right reasons, for the right reasons. Everybody likes DJ Reed. I think DJ Reed is a beast,
yeah.
man. CJ Mosley is one of my favorite linebackers right now, yeah. So yeah, did Sauce get an interception? There was 3 picks he had. Yeah, Jordan Whitehead. All 3 of them went to Jordan. That means, hold on, I need to know which, is he a nickel? He's not a nickel. I don't think he's a nickel, but whatever. Whitehead got all 3 of them motherfuckers, you know? Come on, bro. Like I'm actually legit scared of their secondary. It's like, here's the difference. I'm scared of Dallas's linebackers and their offense in the defensive line. The secondary for the Jets has a bit of an edge over ours. Just a bit of an edge, yeah. And I think it's just speed. I think it's more speed. And that's really what it is. It's speed, and they're young and they're all hungry. That the speed, they're all hungry, and all of these motherfuckers actually got the skills to do it. That's kind of that's a bit scary, huh? Now, I think you can get the motherfuckers to bite, but they have shown me the last 2 years. All right. It ain't gonna be easy. So
before we move on to the next game, though, I gotta ask you. So Aaron Rodgers, obviously, he's gonna have to rehab the injury and all that stuff. Do you see him at least giving himself one more year before he retires?
No. Chris.
Does that sound like something you want?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, you'll never get it.
It's not going to happen. The only like I said, he's 38. Unless he wants to be incredibly selfish, and I say selfish in the sense
I feel like Alex Smith vibe with him. He'll give himself 1 year and then he'd be like, all right, I'm done. Because Alex Smith, after he came off the injury, he got himself 1 year. And Alex was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm
Alex, I feel like Alex did that out of obligation.
Got paid all that money. He got paid all that money, so he had to justify it.
I really feel that Daniel Snyder was like, you need to really work out for the rest of the day. Like, why is that? I put in your contract. You don't get paid unless you get this amount. You motherfucker.
All right. Fine. I gave it 2 games. Now fuck out of my face.
Yo, Zach Wilson is gonna be tough for Zach. He went 14 to 21, 140 yards. 140 yards. 140 yards. Thank God you got Bryce Hall, nigga. Whew. Man.
I heard through the grapevine that the New York Jets are looking at Phillip Rivers as a veteran backup. Phillip, I have 9 kids, Rivers.
I'm trying to see. Do we have a clip here? I don't have a clip for this.
Also, I need people to just at this point did it. Kaepernick's agent reached out to.
I heard that too. Now, this is just D's theory. I noticed who that was told to. ESPN, which means we'll go to Stephen A. Smith, which Stephen A. Smith
he's going to talk.
He's going to talk. He's going to make a whole big deal out of it, and it's this weird thing. Remember how I said and I'm gonna say this on public. I don't care. Remember how I told you that I think Sukiyana and Sexy Red are actually plants by the CIA? I kind of think that when it comes to Stephen A. Smith mentioning Kaepernick.
Stephen A. is on the level of like the nerd fucking scoopers that be like, I heard from my sources who it's like, okay, I'm not saying you got a name.
He ain't going to go out there, but if that's going to happen, like.
Who's your source? I'm not saying you gotta put the name out there, but who's your source, sir?
Like the one thing, that's the one thing I will not understand, yeah, is that look, I get why people want stop, y'all. Cap's not coming back.
But they're saying like Andy Dalton, Jacoby Brissett, Jameis Winston, Phillip Rivers, Joe Flacco, and Colt McCoy.
I like Colt McCoy for that more than anybody, be honest with you.
Yeah.
Jacoby, wait a minute, Brisket plays for Redskins right now, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's not the starting one, so he's definitely good.
I'll be honest with you. I'll stay just in case Sam Howell howls. I hate that. I don't like that.
I mean, they're not. From what I heard, they're not interested in moving Brissett, but I mean, he is kind of like an option if they want to like get something for him.
But here's the thing: I think the Jets are in a weird position, man, because you're not going to get no starting quality of anybody right now. You know,
Just gotta work
and
with what you got.
doing this stupid thing of bringing in Philip Rivers is dumb. You're better off bringing in Kaepernick. Maybe he might surprise somebody, and people are like, "Oh shit, this motherfucker can run." Something he might do something different. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Kaepernick, to me, really, real talk, Chris. Kaepernick's burnt at this point as a quarterback. Like dog, we had a window, and that was 2019, and y'all didn't bring him back on the field at that point. So stop.
That's
Like-
why I was looking at everybody that was like, yeah, Kaepernick. I'm like, you setting that man up for failure. Don't do that to him.
Like here's my thing. He has a whole XFL and a USFL to go to if he really wants to play
Thank
football.
you.
He already got his money. Real talk. He already got his money. Already got a contract with Nike.
Also, I'm pretty sure The Rock would love the PR of having Kaepernick in XFL.
Exactly. Shit, the USFL with them only getting 40 fans a game would love to have him.
You know, The Rock would be gung ho for that shit. Like, oh shit, come on in, Kaepernick.
Real talk. Shout out to the USFL, y'all. It's such a struggle. It's such a struggle league, but at the same time, there are people that go to practice squads and go to teams that are probably going to be decent. Yeah, we got one on our squad that was the best in the USFL. So, hey, man, I don't knock spring football at all, y'all. I don't. But if y'all want butts and seats, hey, Cap right there. Cap's going to be in a football game. Look, you know what it also is, Chris? Kaepernick's going to be in I think in one of those little wacky big head football games that they got coming out on mobile or something like that. I forgot the name of it, who's making it or what's doing it, but he's going to be in that one. So I think it's like all promotion.
So speaking of
that's enough about the Jets.
So speaking of surprises, the Detroit Lions beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and I think I'm not going to say it's dire straits. I think clearly Mahomes was missing Kelsey for sure, because there was some moments where
he really was.
There was some moments where it's like if Kelsey was there, that would have been a catch and it could have been a TD, and it would have at least alleviated some pressure, especially in the wide receiving core and stuff. And look, I said it before, there are going to be some NFL teams that is going to have tandem running backs that work, and Detroit found it with Montgomery and Gibbs.
Yeah, Montgomery Gibbs are great, man. I actually kind of like them.
They work very great in tandem.
Jameer, they're gonna get Gibbs a little bit more hand carries though, man. He only got 7 in this last game, 42 yards. That's not bad, man. That's really like, you know, bang, bang, bang. You go in there, zip in. That's perfect, and you want that, you know.
But they feel it. But Montgomery was on fire though. So
flip side, Chris, Mahomes was the leading rusher for KC with 45 yards. Yeah. 45 yards, and I'm looking at this. I'm looking at who did he throw to? D.
Scanling,
Watson. His best target. Watson only got 45 yards.
Well, Scantling got 48. So.
Scantling only, but still, that's golly, man. And then on top of that, there's still the chance that your boy Chris ain't coming back. He's held out. He's still holding out.
No. He actually they came to an agreement actually.
Don't know how you did it. Don't know how you got. Don't know how. Look. Time for a throwback for a few of you. I don't know how you got Dorsey Levens out of his house, but you did it. Boy, you remember when Dorsey sat down? Yeah, he was like, I ain't playing football. That was the first time I ever heard the word lock a holdout, yeah. Was when Dorsey Levens was like, nah, y'all gonna have to pay me.
Pay me, motherfuckers. How about that?
Pay me. We just went to the Super Bowl with my average ass feet. That's wrong. I actually like Dorsey Levens. Anyway.
You know
got
what
a ring, Dwayne. Hey, stop it.
Hey, look. Kansas City lost that game, and they're like, I guess we got to make this deal. And I'm like, of course. Yeah, you had to make that deal.
Yeah, you have to, because it's obviously that you want to keep this train going. You want Mahomes to have some time on the field and shit. Like, come on, dog. You're going to have to do this shit. Nothing really outside of that, you know. Yeah, good for the Lions.
But D, we have to celebrate our man here. The baker
The Mayfield experience.
Mayfield experience. Beat the Vikings, and Kurt, you like that Cousins.
You know what? Here's the thing. I hate how me and my dad have to talk about teams we don't like, and we have to talk about players that we vaguely like. My dad actually likes Baker Mayfield, and I'm just shaking my head. I'm shaking my head. He's like, so you mean to tell me Kirk Cousins is better than him?
On paper, sure.
Yes. Like,
this game, yo.
I'm over here sitting defending Kirk Cousins the whole game. Do you think I wanted to do that?
The man had 344 yards, 2 TDs, and an interception. It only amounted to 17 points. Meanwhile, Baker only threw for 170 yards, 2 TDs, and was like, I'm good.
So let me put this in perspective, y'all. And I know somebody's going to say, well, at least Josh win games. Josh threw 3 picks and a touchdown. This nigga Kurt over here is playing above his weight like he always. That's what I'm saying. He has the arm. He has everything he needs, man.
He got Justin Jefferson for 150 yards.
150. Addison. I like the 2 catches that Addison got, man. He ate them niggas. I loved it. That one, the touchdown pass he got, I loved it, man. But yeah, that's a problem. You only got 2 touchdowns out of 300 something. Well, again, first game of the season, people going to be off. The Bucks did what that game? What did they actually do?
Check down city, baby.
173 yards, 2 TDs. Yeah, we're done. We're done. We're not gonna do all that, but still, yeah.
Well,
experience, brother.
At 73 yards to that, you got somebody that did 200 and some odd yards. The team did 200 and some odd yards total. So, hey.
Hey, man, look. But like I said, I didn't know the Bucks was going to win that game. Good for them.
Hey, the Mayfield experience commences, baby. Only 16 more games left.
My dad was actually saying, how long you going? My dad was like, you going to last the whole season? I think he will.
Speaking of which, congratulations there, Carr. You got through and you beat the Titans.
Yeah, you want to talk about a game? You want to talk about a game that was like, if one of y'all motherfuckers don't win the game,
do you not want to win this game?
Go in your home. Go to your home. That's where you live. Like, yo, this game was pathetic. All right, now all right. There's a lot of talk about this. And I brought up about Josh Allen being a lower grade Tony Romo. And somebody brought up, don't disrespect Tony Romo like that. He's Ryan Tannehill with speed. That was my boy Dwayne. Shout out to my boy Dwayne. But that's mean.
Is it
very mean?
Is it?
But Ryan Tannehill on the meanwhile, 198 yards, 3 picks. You thought a touchdown was going to come out of that, man? What you thought? Like, you know how I feel about, Chris, I hate the fact that a person I used to back up all the time, Ryan Tannehill, is nothing more than a 3rd string quarterback right now. And I'm just bad that nobody knows this.
You threw 3 interceptions and you didn't capitalize off that New Orleans. That should have been like points ahoy off that shit, even more than what you already had. Like, what the fuck? Like
I'm looking at the defensive numbers, and it ain't like nobody really did anything big time on the defense. Oh, speaking of which, hey, Derek, 63 yards. Something you want to tell me, man?
Shaving points.
You good? All right, man, cool. That's when you slap his knee. Like, yo, that's all you got? Yo, it don't get no better. Yo, you Weeb. Hey, Weeb, how you doing, man? My nigga Jamal, how you doing, baby? 45 yards. Get out of my office, man. Go watch Hunter x Hunter or something, nigga.
Tell you what, I'll tell you who was not having a good day. The Pittsburgh Steelers. You let Brock Purdy go out there and be the greatest quarterback alive.
Now, look, y'all.
Also, shout out to white boy Christian McCaffrey sitting up there on some. I'm going to show you how this white boy can run.
I'm going to bully all you blacks that told me I wasn't fast enough.
152 yards. Holy shit.
Man, it was so funny. I'm like, man, Christian McCaffrey. I told my dad, man, Christian a beast. My dad like this. Like, why you do that, Dad? He got it from his father. Ain't no, that's nepotism. Nobody.
It's nepotism.
My dad's like, well, no, that's nepotism. Look at. Speaking of fathers, me and my dad got a good laugh out of this because it was me. We was watching, right before the game started. Fox, they do their little predictions of who's going to win whatever game, right? And it goes to Howie Long. Here's me. It's official. Howie's old now, man. You see how small Howie looks now? It's all the way gray now. Oh my God. And I told my dad the wild part about this because I remember when Fox first showed up, with the team and all that. And I remember my dad saying a long time ago, man, look at Terry Bradshaw. Back in the day, Terry was this badass country white boy, yada, yada, yada. Now he all old and shit. I can finally say that about Howie Long. Howie Long, big, strong white guy. Decent, good-looking white dude. You know what I mean? Hey, Howie, man, your best days is gone.
Hey, gonna end up be doing them commercials with Frank Thomas about your
testosterone.
Testosterone.
You know what? They have a football in his hand for no fucking reason. You know what? As a Hall of Famer, I love
working out, but my testosterone levels is just not exactly there.
Not exactly there. That's why I use this. That type of shit. Brock Purdy threw for only 220, y'all. Now, here's the thing about it. It sounds like D's a hater. I don't like Brock. I don't think he's that great.
That's why I said we have to give him 5 games.
It's
like it's that's why I said we have to give him 5 games because I still maintain that it should have been, like I said again with what's his face leaving them. It's like give it time, but I think it's just Brock showed up during the preseason and San Francisco went their day. So it's like let's see how they do with Brock Purdy. Hopefully they don't have the bad luck of quarterbacks dropping like flies.
I think the one thing you also have to do, we said this before, is that the 49er defense is the 49er fucking defense. It's a tough look. It's a nasty little stingy ass defense that's not going to let a lot of people through anyway.
I mean, Nick Bosa
and dog. Here's the thing though. I will give it up though. Kenny still threw 232 on them niggas, man. Kenny. What I have learned of that is he was 31 of 46, man. Yeah, that's kind of checked down when you think about it, but at the same time, hey, he was completing passes, and I got to be real with you. I still think that's their best chance of winning, man. Is keeping.
It's just it was just dumb mistakes and just shit just doesn't go their way.
And then it's the Steelers right now in the state that they're in, man. But I'm like Tree right now. They're gonna go 9-8. Shut the fuck up. We don't know how they're gonna do it. They're just gonna do it. Okay, just let it go. Nothing makes sense with the Steelers, y'all. So
Speaking of which, Cardinals Commanders. I think we said it best in the fact that the Cardinals are kind of in a disarray at this point.
Oh, in a total disarray.
Joshua Dobbs obviously is their guy right now.
You might as well have a stop sign outside in the pocket. It will do just as good. All right, you know what? No. Josh, you threw for one. Josh threw no picks. That's the good thing. No picks.
No TDs though.
No picks, Chris, with those dudes running at him. All right, Commanders. This is about the only thing you're going to get out of D. I absolutely love Montez Sweat. I love Jonathan Allen, nigga. I love this defensive line for the Redskins. Legit.
Commanders.
Y'all.
Commanders.
Hogs.
The Hogs.
Anyway.
But you brought up a good point. If you listen to the Raiders, I say the Raiders. Wow. If you listen to the radio, this area is very fickle when it comes to this to Washington, even when they win, right? Mm-hmm. And it was something that the announcer said the most obvious shit ever. You're sitting back like, what the fuck was the point of reporting this? So Chase Young has been slowly getting acclimated back from his injury, right? And there's been talk about how Chase Young, I guess he's having a bit of a mental thing, as what happens when, what was the injury he had? It was like ACL tear or something like that?
I think it was ACL tear.
Now, you get an injury like that, there is a mental thing of trying to, like, you got to overcome an ACL tear, and are you going to be the same afterwards? That's just what it is. So obviously Ron Rivera was like, well, we're getting him back into the swing of things of full contact practice and stuff like that. And then, we'll have him back into the fold and he'll be back with playing with the team and stuff. That's a normal thing, right? But for some reason, the fans is like, well, what's going on?
What's
How
going
come?
on? What's going on? I laughed at how this became a talking point. I'm like, he's trying to get acclimated back into the defense. Like,
there's nothing here huh?
This is not like something I learned. And my dad, I told this to my dad. My dad agreed with me. The NBA don't listen to the doctors. They're lying. All doctors in the NBA lie. Okay, they lie in the NFL too, but it's a little bit. It's weird with the lying. You know how it is. Like, but of course, same team. Remember what we heard about? Who was that? That was Trey. Was it Trey that was it Trey that found out he had cancer in his freaking brain and then didn't tell him? Yeah,
and
so
you got it done, and
there are some things where you got to kind of question if the doctor is doing that, but the way they're making sure that Chase is going to be all right before you get out there. Speaking of which, I fucking love Chase too. This whole defensive line, like I said, but anyway,
there's promise.
Like there's real promise with it, young. You can build up from that, but you want your best player, the one you're spending the most money on, you want him to be ready. Now we'll learn, Chris, if we go 2 more weeks and he's still not out there, that's when it gets like, yo, what are y'all doing? That's when it gets questionable. Now, Chris, I do have a quick question for you.
Mm-hmm.
When you looked at that field and you saw how dry it was, did you say the same thing I said? If Daniel Snyder was still running that team, nobody would have put a tarp over that junk until 8 a.m. this day. There was care put into stuff.
Sir.
Wow.
Sir, 96% capacity at the stadium.
You know what? Much like Chris, you and I was there when they beat us to make it to the playoffs with RG3. I'm going to say it again. You know what? Commanders fans, y'all need this. Y'all deserve this.
Well, also on top of the fact that
y'all deserve this, man.
Also on top of the fact of, as I said before, because of the way the money flow is in the DC metropolitan area, so a stadium is not going to be happening anytime soon. They're finally starting to get to the point of like, hey, maybe we need to go on ahead and just throw money back into the stadium and revamp a lot of things.
And they really need to, because it's not just revamping the stadium itself, is revamping the area around it. And I'm gonna say it. You're in Upper Marlboro now. That whole area has a different flow of money going into it. So, in D's opinion, I would make sure I'm growing my shit around that shit too, man. Yeah. Technically, it's still Landover. We're not going into that. But look,
sir, Raul,
shut the fuck up. We're not going into that. Dog, it's so funny. If you ever go around that area, I remember in one of the old, like, all right, okay, I'm gonna throw out y'all. Nobody is gonna know what I'm saying. You know where Bright Seat Road is at, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay, you know when you turn into Bright Seat Road, there's that neighborhood right there. That neighborhood right there, there was a gazebo that was there. Now, this was back in like 2012. I don't think it's there no more. But I saw something kind of old that said Raljon, Maryland. I was like, ooh, I don't have my phone on me. I was tripping, yeah. I was like, I can't believe there's still a relic from the olden days there. But there was, Chris, there was a relic. And I know it's now a new day with the Redskins. We're watching the game, right? My dad goes, is that Sonny Jurgensen? Is that? I'm like, nigga, that's Sonny Jurgensen. My mom in the other room. I thought Sonny was dead.
I really thought it's like Sonny Jurgensen dead. What?
I thought Sonny Jurgensen. Look, I was like, yeah, didn't that nigga die a couple years ago? Look, Reba dead. I think it was Frank Herzog. Frank Herzog probably passed away. I think that's what. But the fact that we saw Sonny Jurgensen in there, if anybody in the area knows about this shit, Sonny was kicked out that stadium about a few years ago, and it was fucked up. It was fucked up how they never really celebrated him, how he's never with the owners, none of that shit. And yeah, you could just say, that's an old dude that never won a Super Bowl for the Redskins. But at the same time, it's like, I think he did. I don't know. But at the same time, it's like he's a part of the history of that damn team, man. And they don't. It's a crying shame what they did to all of the legends on all the Redskins legends. So whatever.
But yeah, Sam Howell, still the verdict's still out on him. I saw promise, but I see some Washington fans that are like not really big on him yet. So I
I
think he's
don't. I
still,
look. I don't trust Redskins fans because they still think Colt McCoy was going to take them to the Super Bowl. So
it is what it
hey,
is. I mean, hey, they thought
look.
Heineke was the one.
I don't trust Redskins fans when it comes to quarterbacks. Y'all don't know what a quarterback is. Anyway,
Also, in Waters wet news, Texans got mollywopped by the Ravens.
we don't got to go into that. The Ravens had a shitty game. I will say that they
Oh
had a
yeah,
really
Lamar
shitty
Lamar
game.
was off his game, but I feel the defense was basically put away the Texans and stuff. So that was a given.
Shout out to CJ. Shout out to CJ Schroed. He got 242 yards, no picks. Thank God for that. But when I look at Lamar, that's 169 yards and one pick.
And a good
Pathetic.
chunk of that was rushing yards. So
No, he only got 38 rushing yards.
okay, my bad.
He bet. So hold up. Let me do quick math. Yeah, he got about 200 yards on the dot, almost close to 200 yards on the dot.
Hey Lamar, were you playing DraftKings? Because that's pretty specific there, buddy.
Shut the fuck up. That being said, is Dobbins out for the season? If I'm not mistaken, he is.
Maybe because no. Torn Achilles tendon, second one.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, he did tear his heel because I remember seeing him go to the locker room. I was like, oh shit, that ain't good. Tough brother.
Now, shout out to the Green Bay fan base. No, again, one game, but looks like Jordan Love is your guy.
All right.
He's your guy. Hey, black quarterbacks unite.
Yeah.
The Bears are going to be the Bears apparently because
the Bears are still the Bears. Isn't it lovely?
I had hope the Bears are good. This was going to be a really good game, and it was just like, damn, like this is.
I think a lot of this first week has just had some ugly games, man.
The Raiders Broncos was ugly. I'm like, holy shit, what is going on here? Like
Raiders Broncos was just I think a lot of Broncos fans went in there thinking that it was going to be a new day, that they were going to have a new breath of life, that we're going to do this now. We got Sean Payton. We ain't got to worry about the old shit no more. Nigga, do you know it's still 17-16? It's still
you know where the mistake came from with Denver? I'm all for big dick swinging. Why would you onside kick to start off the game?
Okay, look, y'all. Madden shit is only fun every now and then. It really is. Madden shit is only good every now and then. I'm getting real sick of seeing that shit. But you know what? I get you do want to catch a team off guard like that. I'm all for that shit. But
you gotta actually
execute, whack, bro.
You gotta execute it though. Speaking of which, look, moral victories, obviously, it's whatever, right? Yo, Eagles, you almost let fucking Mac Jones pull the comeback out his ass on you.
Yeah. First off, let's put this out here for that. Jalen only got 170 yards. They was coming after his head, This dude, he was coming after him. He's 22 for 33. That's still decent. But at the same time, all you produced was 170. Whew. There was nobody gaining nothing, man.
A toe tap was the difference between Mac Jones and the Patriots probably winning that game and the Eagles winning the game.
The Eagles only put out 251 yards and won a game. Let me tell you right now, no, you don't win games like that.
Defense.
That's luck. That's fucking luck, Chris. Like, yo, come on, man.
Like the defense got tightened up because when they were up 16-0, I'm like, well, I guess the Eagles gonna run away with this shit.
I thought they had the game.
Yeah,
I had the game right there. I look up, man. I'm like, how the fuck is it? It was like, oh yeah, they did.
16. It was 14. It was 16-14 at half. I'm like, shit.
No. What I was on, it was like, after they had to kick the field goals, it was 19-14. I was like, wait. I feel like, hold up.
What
did I do wrong? You mean to tell me these niggas had to kick field goals for the rest of the game, man? The Patriots showed me one thing, that they want to win, that Belichick knows for a fact that his ass is about to be cooking any second now. So, yeah. Shout out to Mac Jones. He threw it 54 times, 35 completions, 316 yards, 3 touchdowns. Hey, man, I already told y'all niggas, I like Mac. I like Mac Jones, man.
Also, quarterback committee, Elliott and Stevenson are a pretty decent tandem.
No, they're not. They only had like 40 yards, nigga.
I know. I'm just saying. I say
Hey, good
decent
luck to
tackle.
Zeke. Good luck to Zeke. I actually, like I said, any new beginning, anything that you can feel useful to an offense, dog, you always gonna have that, man.
Also, Mac Jones got Juju Smith-Schuster and a lot of other people, so I'm already like,
I don't know, man. How many? No, hold on. I just clicked off that shit. How many yards did Juju get, man?
33.
33. That's all, of course. That's a good Juju day. 33 yards.
Kendrick Bourne and Stevenson are the top receivers.
Yeah. Let me see. Yes, they are. Yes, yeah. Both 64 yards. Juju only got the 36. 33. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's going to be really interesting what they do, man. I don't know if. Yeah.
So speaking of which, Giants, the New York Giants.
New York Football Giants.
Let me tell you something. To see the Giants fan base I have never seen a team implode after one play in my life. But who knew, D, that a blocked field goal just demoralizes your team for the rest of the fucking game?
Man, it was like they fell down a flight of stairs, wasn't it?
Yeah, because like I forgot who said it. It's like, oh man, the Giants, they were going up the field, Daniel Jones was doing great. They were doing all that stuff. Dallas defense stopped them, and they about to kick a field goal. They get 3 points, block, and it's just like, we're done.
This is one of the few times where I'm sitting there laughing because Chris Collinsworth is just being Chris Collinsworth. So
and it's always funny, especially when
so every time he says something about the Giants, well, you gotta see, look at this play. Like, let's see this one. Look, Daniel Jones, he's just running, and come on, you're not gonna beat that guy. When he said that, I was laughing because if I was a Giants fan, I'd be punching the screen.
Now, here's the thing,
nigga, dog. I will say this. It was one of the best lines I actually heard from I'm about to say Cowherd. Jesus, I hate him more than Collinsworth. Collinsworth did every now and then he gives you one line where it's like, hey, he knows what he's talking about. In this one, he's like, I've never seen a team just get dominated away. And Dallas is still playing hard. And when he said that, they showed like it was like a little sweep. And I don't know if it was Saquon or whoever got it. It was the running back. He caught it. He turned around. DaRon Bland hit this man so hard. Like, when you heard the pop, the audience, oh!
It's like, holy shit.
Nigga, it's the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter just began. It's raining. The first time, Chris, I don't know if this is the first time we ever heard this. Let's go, Dallas. I mean, loud.
Very loud.
Let's go down. And then that hit happens. I'm like this. Forfeit. Just forfeit the game.
But here's the thing. I will say this.
It was the definition of stop.
Let me tell you something. I think this one game has defined how McCarthy is running the plays when it comes to Dak.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the mantra of put Dak in positions to where he doesn't have to fucking do stupid shit with the ball. Don't have him throwing the ball like 80 yards down the field unless he has to. If you need to check the ball down, check the ball down. Otherwise, don't. We're not going to have you throwing 50 fucking yards for what? Why? What are we doing?
I think that's the one thing that you have to realize. We have the weapons to do all of this shit. So why are we doing the same thing every single fucking play or some shit? It like the one thing I did hate about the one thing I liked about Kellen Moore is that his plays were
get the ball out.
But at the same time, dog, you play like me playing NCAA football, nigga. Like chill.
Dog.
Bring it in. Let the clock click over a little bit. But here and there, whatever. But still, I think Dak really didn't have an opportunity to really stretch out the way he wanted. It was raining.
When he got the play,
it was an ugly game, man.
It's a smart thing. If it's raining, don't have him throw the ball. Just run your ball. You got the running backs to do it. Just run the clock out. Do what you gotta do. Kick a field goal. Get a touchdown if you can. I will say, look, they were missing Dart and Schultz because there were some times where I'm like, if that was Dart, that was Dalton.
Schultz
Would have caught that.
Yeah, I like Jake. I do like Jake, but I don't think he's better than Dalton. No, he's not. But I will say this: you do have Tony Pollard had a decent game, 70 yards, man. 2 touchdowns over those 70 yards, man. I liked it. It was so bad. I heard one of them, hey, man, tell Rico to get in the game. I was that's actually Dowell get in the game. Like, no, we're bringing out all of our running backs. Only thing I was mad at, I only seen Deuce run twice, and he really didn't get much. Only got 8 yards. Yeah. But I knew it was over. When they told Turpin to get in the backfield, I was like, oh, hey, Mike, you mean. Because here's the thing: if you get Cavant, it was a little quick up the middle, junk. It wasn't like it was like. I think that is one thing that they're going to do though. They're going to be running, and next thing you know, you're going to see Cavante. Either it's going to be like a sweep, or they're going to pitch it right to him. It's going to be like a draw play where they pitch it to him, and he's.
I mean, I think
because Cavante, he's super fast, young. So it's
they saw his speed on special teams. It's like, well, maybe we can use him on a couple of plays here because he can do some stuff. Yeah, right, let's see what you can do.
And then again, like we just said, like I said, we got the receivers, man. CeeDee Lamb is going to catch. CeeDee Lamb is still he's an 88 for a fucking reason, man. Brendan Cooks can cook niggas if you want to. And the one thing, I was mad because it would have been like a 50-yard game. He bombed that jump to Gallup, and Gallup was like, shit. He caught that out of bounds. I was like, dog. When I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness!
If this heel, if both heels touched,
but I was looking at that like this team can stretch the shit out of people. You mean to tell me you got Cooks, Lamb, and Gallup, and you got running backs who are all pew 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 pew. And I'm giving Mike his credit. Look, Mike, try. I still don't trust you, but
one thing Collinsworth and them said was also the defensive line. They're healthy and they're actually fast, and as much as they're small, that works to their benefit.
Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does, man. These are just some quick. Why are we beating around the bush? No. Michael Parsons is still a fucking scary.
That nigga's a cheat.
Every play. Hold on. He only got 2 tackles and a sack.
He's a cheat code.
But he was everywhere. Every time somebody caught the ball, dude get tackled. 11's right there, like, yeah, motherfucker, stay on the ground.
Dude, Odigizooka and fucking Terrence Lawrence were
I call him Osa. I just call him Osa, man.
Osa. Him and Armstrong, just what the fuck?
Get up, man. What the fuck you doing, man? It was one of those games where I could tell every time Daniel got hit, long day, baby. Slap that nigga on the ass when you get up.
Meanwhile, like, look, man, I was feeling bad for the Giants because it's like everything that they could possibly get going, it just got stalled.
Do you know what, yo? I've got to be real with you. Saquon, get the fuck out of New York as soon as possible. This was your wake-up call. Because he is the only weapon they really have.
Well, you know,
get
Daniel Jones. Well, sir, you know, Daniel Jones is a running back ability. You know,
I just saw Daniel Jones' running back ability do this for the entire game. Get out my face, bro. I don't want to hear that. They got their ass mollywop.
Tony Romo jogging, fucking rushing.
I feel bad for them, man. The Giants got a long way, man. They got a long season in front of them, man. Ooh, golly, man.
Speaking of which, congrats, Rams. Hey, look, I see what you're doing. You show promise. You show promise, you know. But on the flip side, as we talked about earlier, what?
You're playing Seattle. First off,
fair,
playing Seattle.
Fool's gold.
Fool's gold. Number 2, you lost your best person. And number three, D has to keep burning it all here. Satan has receipts, and y'all niggas ain't winning shit this year. Ooh, no. You sold all of that soul. Playoffs if you're lucky. But I don't know. This is you still gotta go through San Francisco in that fucking division. You still gotta go through San Fran in that division.
You may not be the worst. Yeah.
And unlike what I saw this past Sunday, if I can again, you don't give a full grade, but yeah, it's still in the NFC East. It's still Cowboys and the Eagles. In the AFC East, it's it's going to be question marks in the East, man. But certain teams, they already know what they are. They already know what they're
Hold on,
facing.
D. We didn't do this. I'm mad we skipped it. You gotta have to do your favorite man because the Browns put the ass whooping on the Bengals, buddy. Woo.
Hey, Joey, how you doing? I'm mad, Mom. What's wrong? I only got 14 to 31, and I ain't do nothing. And every time I tried doing Jamar, everybody was gonna go over there, and the referee wasn't fair to me, and everybody's doing it to me. And I don't even want to do it, Mom. Joe, do you want to go? I don't want to fucking go nowhere, Joseph. We talked about you cursing. Joseph, and she slammed the door. You ever see a white woman? Go? I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
Joe threw. He was 14 for 31.
82 yards.
As a LSU fan. Very go Tigers.
Go
No, it's not. No, it ain't. No, it's LSU. They average 500 fucking yards a game. No, this was trash. What the?
Deshaun Watson looked like the greatest quarterback ever. A little bit.
Let me tell you something. One of my favorite, the one person that didn't show up, or at least he was just covered really well. I didn't watch most of the games to really check it out. Hey, yo, T, where were you at? T was, man, I was on the field. My dad asked me that. My dad's like, all right, I see Jamal. What on him? I'm like, he out there. I don't know if he did anything, and he didn't do jack shit.
Look, let me tell you something. It looks like Elijah Moore and Amari Cooper are definitely going to be Deshaun Watson's guys. Which good for Amari. Nick Chubb is just a beast. Like I don't know what to tell you. Just exactly, 100, just like he got 100 yards just effortlessly. It was just.
I will say it's kind of interesting that the Browns changed their logo to the they're changing the sub logo to the bulldog, but you still saw that fucking elf in the middle of it. I wasn't ready for that, man. I wasn't ready for that. Shout out to the NFL. If I got that symbol right, is the little thing that they're wearing on their shirt, is that Jim Brown on the
I think so.
Jerseys? I think so too. Like to me, I thought, because I told my dad, you think that all the Browns players would have like a 32 stick on the back of their head or something like that. You know what I mean? Just real talk. That's Jim fucking Brown, nigga. Yeah. So you think you would, but for real, shout out to the Browns. They look very good. Who's that? Dale Pitt got 7 tackles. Wait a minute. How Myles Garrett only got that one sack? That one sack, but the sack that Myles got was like a statement ass sack. Yeah, that defense is way better than I ever given credit for, and I think the Browns are a lot better than I think they are. But again, first game of the year, so we'll see, man.
So onwards to week 2, Thursday night game.
Oh no, there's one game that we did not talk about.
Falcons.
Nope. This beautiful non-defense game. I loved it. Tua Tagovailoa threw for 466 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Bro. 215 went to this man right here, and this beautiful Usain Bolt of the NFL. He gave me 44 points, and I crushed whoever I was playing. Actually, the Dallas defense really caused me to crush who I was playing this week. But I had them and the Dallas defense. Woo, I ate, nigga. But look.
The Tua and Tyreek are going to be dangerous.
A problem. I really feel like they can be stopped, but you tell me.
I mean, look. Meanwhile, it's not like the Diamond Dogs did bad. They definitely did solid. It's just
I love that we keeping that energy. The Diamond Dogs, yes, they are.
It's like they weren't bad. It's just like, how can you stop Tua and Tyreek? That's just
man. Yeah, like
because everybody
Eckler did his job though. But Eckler did his job.
Keenan Allen did his job. Justin Herbert didn't throw any interceptions.
You saw that almost touchdown that he got, man. You saw that almost touchdown that Allen had. I was like, my dad was like, "Woo, he a beast!" Like, yeah. And look, this is what they. Woo, he a beast. Me and my dad at the same time. Oh, yeah, he didn't make that shit.
That was not happening.
But again, I think the Chargers do. I think if you're a Chargers fan, what makes you feel glad is that Maybe this team might be a little bit better than what they are, but because who's stopping Tyreek Hill, man? Who's stopping him, man? The only way you can stop Tyreek Hill is obliterating that offensive line.
And
And here's
God
the
coming
funny.
down and striking them with injury.
No. I think a good defense will give them problems. If anything, I think the real test for them is when they play the Jets. I think that would be the true test for
Look,
Dolphins,
the
man.
AFC East is it's definitely going to be the Dolphins. I will still put Buffalo in there even after that first game. But
Actually, I think all four of the teams have this thing where they can smell it in the air that they can take it. You know what I mean?
because you don't have Brady there dominating everything, and then everybody's in second place and shit. So
And also, and again, Belichick knows his butt is going to be in a hot seat if he don't fucking do something this season. So there's going to be that urgency to come in.
sir, he has the Marvin Lewis touch. It's like, nigga, I got 6 fucking Super Bowls.
Technically,
Get out my face.
technically Belichick, look, it's so stupid to me. You're gonna have to fire him because Belichick, there's no
Or retire. That's the only way
You're
that's
gonna
gonna
have
happen.
to, no, I'm sorry, not fire him, force retire that dude because I won how many Super Bowls for this city? How many did y'all have before I got here? Exactly. Borough, man. So, Anyway, I guess we can move on. To week. Let's just say who we're gonna have in week 3. Week 3. Yeah.
Thursday night game, we got the Vikings and Eagles. And you know what? Fuck it. I go Vikings on that one.
Nah, Eagles winning that one. Eagles gonna definitely win that one, sir.
Okay. Packers Falcons.
We did talk about the Falcons, but there was nothing to talk about. The
Falcons won.
The Falcons. Look, trust me, I saw that game. The Falcons in Carolina won. You didn't miss nothing. I didn't like nothing outside of Bijan Robinson, maybe a little bit better than I give him credit for. It's still going to be the Pack.
I got the Packers. Raiders Bills. I'm gonna go Bills because I think this is the game they gotta like really put this statement down of like,
nah. This is gonna be the one where Jimmy Garoppolo makes it to the end of the game and wins it for.
I mean, look, we'll see.
Raiders, let's go Raiders. I think they're gonna win that one.
Ravens Bengals. Now I want to say Bengals and it's only because it depends on how Lamar Jackson comes in, but I'm gonna give it to Ravens.
I'll be a Huckleberry. I'll take that Bengals one.
Okay.
I don't think the Bengals is going to win it, but I'll take the Bengals.
Seahawks Lions. I'm going Lions on that one.
Same. I do not like how the Seahawks look this year. This is not the same team, man. This is not the same team that muscled their way there. Nah. I got a feeling that DJ Metcalf every game. No. I said I want to go to New York. Yeah. Okay, nigga. Fuck out of here. That's all I care about.
Diamond Dogs versus the Titans. I'm going to go Chargers on this one.
I'm going to go Diamond Dogs. I don't believe in none of the Titans. I don't believe in them. I don't. In fact, they're probably going to be. There is a game that we did skip that was a little bit interesting, which was the Jaguars Colts. There's not much to talk about. But the Jags, all right, Jags. You're lucky nobody's playing in this division. Yeah, but I got the Diamond Dogs winning that one, man.
Bears Bucks. You already know where I'm going, D. The Baker Mayfield experience, sir. Let's go.
I fucking love it. Let's go. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on it. I can't believe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid with you on this. Let's go, bro. I'm for it.
Chief Jaguars. Chiefs, because I believe Kelsey will be back, I think.
I'm going to tell you this. The Chiefs better buckle down because they can easily lose this. They can lose this game. This is a game they can lose. So I'm going to go with Chiefs, but they can lose this fucking game.
Look, it ain't Tank Bowl, but fuck it. Tank Bowl, Colts, Texans.
That's not fair. No, stop. Because we don't know how bad. Actually, this is going to determine who's going to be in Tank Bowl status, okay? Yeah. So, I'm in solidarity with the Earth 2 podcast. I'm with you, Mo. fuck the Colts. I'm going with the Texans in this one,
I'm
man.
going Texas. Go Houston. Because
Yo, man, I know I got a couple of friends. My friend who had made that joke earlier about Tony Romo, about Teddy Hill, all that. He's a Colts fan. Hey, Dwayne, stop, man. Your team ain't doing shit. This shit. Ursi is trying to destroy his own team, yo.
Yeah, Texas on that one.
Yes, I am.
NFC West battle, 49ers and Rams. Interesting.
Like I said, this is going to be the test for the Rams, and they're going to dog, get ready to drop off that cliff, nigga. You about to be they about to be Wile E. Coyote running out there.
Gonna be real. I'm going Rams because I feel this is gonna be like, hey, Brock,
nah,
what's up?
Don't do that. Don't do that. It ain't gonna be the Rams. They do that too. Nah. The Rams have punishment from God that they need to get. So yeah.
Giants, Cardinals.
Hold on, real quick. Before anybody says this shit, hey, I'm a Dallas fan. I was a Dallas fan during 97 to 99. I know all about the wrath of God hitting my damn team. All right.
The Campos era.
Now that wasn't the Camp era. That wasn't the Campo era yet. That one. Remember, that was a dude before Campo. That was after a placeholder. Schweitzer. He was a placeholder like a mug. He tried his best, but he was not the right coach. Yeah, I forgot who that was, but anyway.
Oh, this is gonna be a shit show. Giants and Cardinals. Fuck it, Daniel Jones. You better do your thing.
You better show up, Daniel, because I'm going to be dragging you. It's already bad enough you a Duke quarterback I don't like. So dude, you better do something, man.
Jets, Cowboys.
Look, if you let that dude with no eyebrows cook y'all, I will never. Seriously, Josh, you ain't do shit when you was in college, man. That's mean. That's mean. You did. I'm sorry. That's mean.
You gonna let black powder fucking beat you out?
Josh gonna look at this show.
I'm like, what did he say? Fuck me for?
I need to get a longer one because it doesn't do the whole. What do you say? Fuck me for? I need to get a better clip of that. Anyway,
Jets Cowboys. Now, I'm gonna say this. Hey,
Game of the week first off.
Also, hey Zach, this your time. That's all I'm saying. Like this is where you gotta look Aaron Rodgers in his face on the sidelines. Like, Aaron, I'm doing it for you. As Michael Parsons comes crunning in.
Come on, man.
I'm not gonna jinx Dallas and says, oh, they're gonna wash the Jets. Look, any given Sunday, all that jazz. I also feel Dallas is gonna go in like the Jets are a threat, to be fair. So yeah.
I think, and see, that's going to be the better one. Who's going to be the better prepared team for this? I just don't think the Jets have no offensive output to win this.
Yeah, but it's pressure on Zach Wilson too, because it's like, because number one, they're gonna do trick plays, which funny enough, we didn't mention. Giants tried to pull that bullshit, and DeMarcus Lawrence is like, the fuck you doing? Nah, nigga, bam.
The best again. If I was a Giants fan, I would have punched the screen because Chris Collinsworth. Yeah, you see the little stunts that they're doing, the little sweeps, the quick. Like when team is that, and you already got you. Oh shit! Did I drop out?
No, you good now.
All right, cool. Yeah. He said when the defense does all that shit, they know you got you. I was like,
if the Jets start doing that, it's like, DeMarcus Lawrence is like, really, nigga, really, we're doing this. All right.
The second y'all do a jet sweep, the game's over. Because I agree, but no, for real, because I agree. Once you start doing all these weird trick plays, these weird pitches, and all the rest of that shit, that means you're running out of plays. And Dan Quinn was up in that booth, standing up. He was like this. Shit, I ain't get to the back of the car yet. We won.
hey, he's like my man in fucking Belly where he's got that paper towel and wiping his mouth like.
Yo. And that's actually one of the biggest reasons why Dallas is very scary this year. Is the fact that Dan Quinn was offered freaking Lamborghinis by a lot of these teams.
It's like, nah,
he said no.
I'm good.
When a defensive coordinator who's worth their weight as a head coach is approached by that many teams and he says no, he has a good defense and he wants to be there. So That's the scariest part about Dallas is
Mhm.
that the fact that Dan Quinn wanted to stay, he's like,
No,
y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know.
now this is a test one right here. Broncos Commanders. Now,
It's a big test for the Commanders. A
big test for the
huge test for them.
Broncos.
Huge test for the Broncos too.
Because here's the thing: it's not like Russell Wilson had a shitty game that first game. He actually
He
looked
did
better
it. He
than
did it.
he looked better than what he did last season. To be fair, it was like, okay, this is clearly something changed, and Russell Wilson is playing better than what he did last year. They just need to kind of get it together,
I
and
think
get
really,
something going.
and I think really with the Broncos, they just ran to their nemesis, which was the Raiders, because the Raiders beat them what, like 6 out of 7 times. Yeah, so
Mhm. So,
so you just ran to your nemesis. What you gonna do about it, man? That kind of sucks, man. You gonna, especially when you play a shitty game against them like that, man. Yeah, that stinks, man. So we
all right,
see.
bitch. All right, Patriots. Can your cold stop Tyreek Hill and Tua? That's your test against the
Man,
Dolphins.
nigga, it's still September. It's still about 80 degrees up in Boston, dog. Nah, they ain't stopping nobody.
Hey, I was thinking that 50-degree weather might slow them down a little bit.
You never know, man. It might be cool in the morning. It'd be like 54, and the high get to like 74. Still kind of cold, right?
But now I'm gonna go. I go Dolphins.
I think the Dolphins will win that one. I think they really will, man.
NFL's getting bizarre here. We got 2 Monday night games.
Yo, NFL, shut up.
One on ESPN and one on ABC.
Shut up.
Yeah.
And they both trash games. Shut up.
Well, they're banking on the ratings because they're both division battles here.
Okay. And we talked about that actually a couple of years ago. Remember they were doing the Thursday night games terribly? And we was like, yeah, if you want the Thursday night games to be worth a damn, make them rivalry games. That's the best way you're going to get ratings on those Thursday nights. And yeah, these both are, I guarantee. So you said one's going to be an ABC, the other's going to be on ESPN?
Yes. So Saints Panthers is on ESPN.
I knew it. I was just about to guess that. Yep.
And
that one
ABC
goes on cable.
And ABC gets Browns Steelers, which I think the Browns Steelers game might be pretty good.
Yeah, and actually, no, I was thinking about like Ray D, of all 4 of those teams, who had the biggest fan base? Oh, the Steelers by far. They're going to be on ABC.
Yeah.
They're going to be on network television. Yes. So yeah.
Now
that's going to be a good game because I think the Steelers are going to lose that game. But I also think, but here's the funny thing: I did say in the beginning of the season that they're going to split it with the Browns. So this might be the game they lose to the Browns. So I think they're going to lose it on.
Now, before we move on from the NFL, we got one more thing. So, there's an NFL's lawsuit going down where former NFL reporter Jim Trotter filed a discrimination suit against the NFL. There was a lot of comments in said thing from both owners, Jerry Jones and Terry Pegula. One is a comment that, look, if you would have told me Terry Pegula said something way more heinous than Jerry Jones, I would have laughed at you in your face. But yeah, Terry had a very wow, dude, really comment, and Jerry had well, that's Jerry. Of course, he's gonna say some shit like that. So I'll leave it to you, D, to kind of
basically both of them said go back to Africa.
Mm-hmm. That was Terry Pegula that said go back to Africa.
All right, so first off, Pegula was like, well, if the black players don't like it here, they should just go back to Africa and see how bad it is over there. When a white man says that in any type of tone, it's like, shut up. It's such a shut up type of thing. It's like, well, you're not a part of all of our shit. It's so stupid. It's so stupid, man. I hate that. Jerry Jones, on the other hand, said this: if blacks feel the way they feel, well, they should buy their own team and hire who they want to hire. Fuck you,
Jerry.
Oh, Gerald, Jerry. We knew you would say something like that. But here's the other thing. For his part, Pegula quickly issued a statement denying Trotter's accusation. This statement attributed to me and Mr. Trotter's complaint is absolutely false. I am horrified that anyone would connect me to allegations of this kind. Racism has no place in our society. I am personally disgusted that my name is associated with this. Me and my Asian wife are going to get the hell out of here. We're tired of you and your accusations. You told black people to go back to Africa. Nigga, are you serious?
I'm just sitting back. I'm like,
If
man.
somebody's asking, hey, what did Jerry Jones say in response to that? This is what Jerry said. This Sunday, Dallas Cowboys are going to be playing the New York Giants, and I hope you all be saying that on Sunday Night Football. And just walked off. You think Jerry's going to talk back to this?
Fuck no. Jerry going to be like, I said what I said. Watch the Cowboys play the Giants. That's it.
Yo, Jerry Jones looks like Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones in the 1970s looked like a villain that was going to be on Dukes of Hazzard. So I don't know why all y'all is thinking that this motherfucker.
Jerry gonna say some
racist.
He's gonna say some diet racist, borderline racist shit, and just go about his way. He ain't gonna burn a cross on your fucking thing, but it's like,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, he ain't gonna put the Klans hood on, not in front of us. But it's just like Jerry, like yo, man. I like Jerry Jones. Y'all ain't gonna make me hate him.
Like, do I feel there's gonna be some accountability from this lawsuit? No, I think they're just gonna pay it off and then keep it moving because that's how the world turns in these kind of things. So
it's not even that. It's just that the NFL has proven that you can get away with racist shit and no real consequences happen to you. Like in the NBA, it's still a slow drip of, all right, guys, Mr. Silver is here to save us all. So what we're going to do is we're going to wear no, Adam, should you take care of that? No, we're going to do a Black History. Stop, Adam. You got the right idea, but we need you to do this. We need to pay the players more. Look, Adam, yes, pay the players more, but Adam.
Now, here's the thing.
Like, I feel like the NBA has the right intentions, but the NFL is like, you want to do what again?
Now, here's this thing. Jim Trotter's lawsuit came because he, during a nationally televised news conference, before the Super Bowl, he just asked, Roger Goodell, hey, the NFL doesn't really have a lot of Black executives, and because of that, this contract didn't get renewed at the NFL Network. And he's like, the fuck? Like, did I do something wrong? Like, okay, wow. And that's pretty much what the lawsuit is, because from his eyes, he feels that there was a layer of racial discrimination and retaliation from that. So I'm like, all right, that's fair. I get it. Just because you wanted to hold the NFL accountable on something, and all of a sudden, boom, this is what you get. Okay,
Oh, hey man, look. He woke up the next day. He woke up and they said, I don't got a job, Roger Goodell.
So moving on to the NBA. So D, LeBron came in and did a Thanos. Fine, I guess I gotta do it myself.
Remember what I told y'all last week? If the United States really wanted to go 100%, we would mollywop and power wash the entire world.
Oh,
and
LeBron.
You know what all you people say? Nah, that's not true. That wouldn't happen. The world's caught up to us. They said the same thing to the Redeem team. And you know what Kobe did? He slammed his dick in his own teammate's mouth to prove a point.
On top of all the other powerhouses, and that's what that is what LeBron James is doing. He's like, all right, I heard you guys talking cash here after this FIBA thing. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get the best of the best. Hey, Steph, you want to come in? Hey, KD, what are you doing? Let's do this shit.
Y'all really want this? And that's my thing. Do you want the world to have a chance or not?
Thank you.
Do you want the world to have a chance or not, dog?
Let me point out who he's getting. Besides Steph and Anthony Davis.
And this is if they say yes, y'all.
Yeah. Devin Booker, Draymond Green, Jason Tatum, Chris Paul, KD, Embiid.
Wait a minute, Embiid's going to play for the United States?
He's trying to. Because he holds dual citizenship.
Yeah, man.
Man, you get Embiid and he don't play for the French? bro.
I would say Embiid
Bro.
should look, if they do form a super team, Embiid back out and play for the French just so I can prove a point. Just so you can prove a point for this. Remember, like I hated in the Olympics that just passed, you know, the one where America won a gold. You remember, like I hated how the French, I think they beat us in a regular game or something like no. Evan Fournier lit it up and everybody like, oh man, France is gonna play the United States. They go to have a problem. KD and Kyrie looked at each other.
Okay.
They killed them so bad.
Yeah. So, Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, and Kyrie Irving. Yo, LeBron is just like, I'm gonna put my dick down on the table and get this done.
De'Aaron Fox wasn't on this FIBA team, by the way.
Nah,
the hell you got? You got Nats, nigga.
Yeah, a little bit Nats. Sorry,
like little Nats. Like what the fuck? Anyway, but I like the fact that De'Aaron Fox wasn't there, and I noticed. Like, remember I told everyone on that team, like, this is a B squad. There's only Austin Reeves, and even though Austin Reeves is a C-rated player to me, it's like Austin's gonna be playing out of his mind. No, you only got like 3 people on that team. Well, Jalen Brunson, he's not the guard y'all think he is.
Good coaching, better. I would say better structured coaching would have probably put that team in a better position. And I like Kerr, but I think there were certain things they needed to tighten up on that team. But it's not like they were bad. It's just like they just got outclassed by other teams. And it's like, okay, well, LeBron was like, fuck it, I heard you. Let me go ahead and just get everybody in here.
And that's my thing. Why do y'all want the United States to be this scary, scary powerhouse of basketball that we always have been? The world caught up. No, it didn't. Stop it. It did not.
It's Dream Team 92 all over again.
I want y'all to look up the Dream Team. Look up the 96 Dream Team. They called themselves the Dream Team. They weren't. By the way, on that 96 team, Hakeem Olajuwon was on it.
Old ass Hakeem Olajuwon.
That nigga said, I don't want to play for Nigeria. I want to play for the United States.
Can I break that down the team?
Look at the Redeem team itself. Like, yo, get out my face, man.
96 basketball team. Charles Barkley, Anthony Hardaway, Grant Hill, Karl Malone, Reggie Miller, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaq, Gary Payton, Scottie Pippen, Mitch Richmond, David Robinson, and John Stockton. Bro.
That is still
no
scary,
MJ,
man.
and you're still working people.
That is still scary, huh? Hey, Dominique wasn't on that team, was he?
Nah.
Yeah, I thought so. No, Dominique was on 92. No, he wasn't. Dominique wasn't even on 92. But he was.
Sure?
I don't think he was, man. But see, you see what I'm saying?
We're supposed to, and Gary Payton replaced Glenn Robinson that year.
Dog. That team is nasty, man.
No Michael Jordan, and you're still smoking.
No
people.
Michael Jordan, you still. Well, they didn't have nobody back in the day that could do that. I hate this argument. Like, yes, I think the world has made big strides to get up onto the pace of America when it comes to basketball. Yes, they produce good players, and I keep telling y'all seeing the anomalies of them. These guys are really, really good. But they're like one of probably 2 players on their country that is that good, man.
I mean, look at
so
the
like, yo, stop.
Dog, look at the 2000s team. You had Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Ray Allen, Vin Baker, Vince Carter, Kevin Garnett, Tim Hardaway, Allen Houston, Jason Kidd, Antonio McDyess, Alonzo Mourning, Gary Payton, and Steve Smith.
Dog, you know what I hear? The goal going. You said Antonio McDyess. The goal screaming because it's getting yanked on so hard.
That was the year Vince Carter dunked over old boy on the highlight reel. I was like, oh shit.
I keep bringing that up. Do you remember what happened to that? Was it a French dude, Lithuanian dude, whatever?
Lithuania.
It was Lithuania. So I got it right the last time I said that. But yo, that's what I'm talking about. We squash everybody. The only time we do this is every time we lose in FIBA or every time we lose, which is actually kind of rare, during the Olympics.
And it was 2000. And it was 2004 where we took bronze, and that's when the Redeem Team thing popped up. After
it was embarrassing. I will admit, it was embarrassing. It was one of those things where they just got cooked. Half that team didn't want to be there. You know what I mean? It was
You didn't play your best guys in Wade, Carmelo, and LeBron because
man. And look, and I love Allen Iverson, but he was cynical the whole time about it. Like, yeah, we won
I
again.
guess sure.
I guess we can go out there. I mean, what you want us to do? We only practice like 4 times. And, like Tim Duncan, like was Tim Duncan a part of that team?
Yep.
Like he didn't want to be there.
Because the 2004 team on the surface, I think Larry Brown was like, well, fuck it. I'll lean on my veterans instead of these rookies. And I'm like, if you leaned on LeBron, Wade, and Carmelo, you probably would have won.
And that's why I believe half of the shit that Gilbert Arenas was talking about that shit. Oh, no. Larry Allen knew what he wanted. And he got what he wanted. Bronze, that's what you got. Because that's what you put in. You wanted certain people on there. You had to make sure certain people were there because the shoe contracts. We talked about that, but still,
Yeah.
like yo, man. Like I said, y'all don't want to see America when they're
LeBron and them are gonna bully foot over everybody.
And I think y'all keep on forgetting this. LeBron still can embarrass people. He can still dunk and the one thing that LeBron came into this league, and it's probably the only thing he can leave out with this league outside of passing the ball very well, is tomahawk dunking. Mm-hmm. He has yet to slow down tomahawking niggas, John. So why do you want to see your favorite foreign player that you are two-handed it to right now because FIBA got you feeling that America sucks? Why do you want to see him get by LeBron? Why do you want to see that? And if anything, LeBron, get Anthony Edwards back on that team.
I think he probably would.
I would definitely get Anthony Edwards back on that team just because I'm with everybody else. He's going to be the future of the NBA. Get that motherfucker on that team just to prove, you know what I'm saying? Just to prove that one point. And I guess get one rookie.
Yeah. So real quick, WNBA, the Mystics have made the playoffs and they got the Liberty in round 1, which, okay. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Let me see the whole little somewhat bracket of the girls' first round is going to be the Lynx versus the Suns, the Aces versus Sky, Dream versus the Wings, the Mystics versus the Liberty. So it's just those. I forgot. It's still just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's still like 4 or 5 girls, man. What I know of, I think is, but I know of the years of the not the years. What I know of the girls schedule, it's gonna be Chicago. Chicago's probably gonna be standing up out of everybody right now, man.
Yeah, I mean,
they probably have the best chance. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, I did not see. I saw zero action from the women this year. Like usually, I saw nothing.
Yeah, I watched some. I've been watching certain Mystics games and stuff, and like I said, them being in the playoffs, they definitely did their thing this year, but they definitely got an edge to them over the Liberty, but we'll see and stuff. Everybody has Las Vegas winning out for sure.
Yeah, I'm about to say, actually, I'll take that back. Chicago, look at these. They were 18-22 and made the playoffs. The fuck? The Mystics was 19-21 and made the playoffs, but still, what? Well, them numbers is weird. Anyway.
Yeah, so baseball, Orioles, 91 games. 91 games a season, huge win for the city, just big time. Orioles had beaten the Cardinals this week, and that put them in a situation where they defeated every other major league team at least once. And Toronto's the only other team that's done it.
That's weird to me. You think another team would have done something like that?
But they say a lot of that has to do. But they say a lot of that has to do with just the fact that the baseball schedule this year is the first time it's been very well balanced in terms of teams being able to face off against one another at least once.
Mm-hmm. So
that put them in a position to actually do it.
And like I said, we already said they have the most going for them going into the playoffs this year, man. They're on a real momentum pull, man. I'm really for them to go as deep as they can, bro.
They need to, because I feel it's like they have a window, and it's like with everything that all the records they're breaking this year, it's like, dude, y'all need to win. Please, for the love of God, win this year. Now, D, College football. Ah, yes. Colorado is on a fucking roll, aren't they?
Oh, yes, they are, sir. Yes, they.
Woo! You beat Nebraska after their coach was talking cash shit beforehand.
I will say spicy, not. Yeah.
Yeah, cash shit. Come on, man. Spicy cash shit. It's all relative.
It's all the same, man. I know if I want to talk shit, you know who should talk shit? Hey, Shador, what you do? Oh, I got 393 yards. Good Lord, boy. No picks again. No picks again. Travis Hunter. Travis got what do you got? He got 73. He got 73 in receiving, got 4 tackles himself because he wants to be little Dion. But yeah, man, it's this team is so fun to watch, man. I will say this: watching the beginning of that game, tough. Nebraska was giving it to them, man. They didn't score to the second half, man, and it was so funny. When halftime happened, right? I just closed my eyes, right? I woke up as the fourth quarter. Oh my God, game's over. The game's over. Boy, man.
Speaking of game over, look, I it was a long shot, but you knew this was gonna happen. Grambling got just mollywhopped 72-10 by LSU.
Hey, they scored 10
in the first quarter. I was like, oh shit, maybe Grambling got a chance
against the first squad.
I was like, maybe they got a chance, and then
no, they didn't.
Second quarter they put 28 up on them. I'm like, well, never mind.
Nah, Grambling's going to kindly take the check they're going to get from this game, man. They're going to kindly take that check. Because it could have been worse. Pitt State beat the dog shit out of Delaware 7-63. That's why Grambling did all right, y'all. Grambling did all right, man.
You could be Southern Miss and get bullied by Florida State 66-13. So
God damn, man. So Southern Miss, do y'all even have people playing?
Ball State at least stopped Georgia from running up the score. Georgia only put 45 on them, so
Yeah, man. Look, Ball State is a MAC team. That's their excuse, man. The only other game, just to real quick, just to inform you of the games. Of course, one of my favorite games I always see, Iowa versus Iowa State. Good game like usual, 20-13. Yeah, good game. And Oklahoma versus SMU is actually better than the score shows it, but SMU had no chance against Oklahoma. It's 28-11. And the one game I have yet to see clips of. Oh my God, I wish I seen it. Alabama losing to Texas. I haven't seen a clip of that yet, and I'm so mad I didn't it for the show.
The amount of fucking shit talking that was going on at the Alabama loss, like, oh damn. Oh damn.
So many people doing this with their legs in the air. How y'all doing? Roll Tide, huh? Wisconsin loses to Washington State 31-22 also, man. And yeah, that's like that. That's all the important ones. Oregon beats Texas Tech 38-30. So, man,
my thing is this. Now I gotta ask you this. As they get close to the college football playoffs and stuff, do you feel them losing to Texas is gonna hurt Alabama big time?
Big time, no. If they lose to one more team, though, I think that's going to hurt them big time. And Nick Saban is going to have to kill he's going to have to kill a kid and seriously sign some kids next year on them in our NIL deals next year, man. Because I think if they lose one more game, Alabama is going to be a power. It's going to be even more scary of a powerhouse the following year, yeah. Because they had no business. Well, I want to say they had no business. I gotta watch the clips. I gotta watch the game, man. So I look at that a little bit later. Next week, Chris, for college football, let's just bring this up. Bethune-Cookman is going to have to play number 22 ranked Miami. So, are we going to see double digits from Bethune-Cookman?
Possibly. I say about 17.
I don't think we are. I think there's a couple of kids that play for Miami who's like, yeah, that's a little small school to try to get me in high school. Fuck these niggas up. Like, I just feel like it's going to be a slaughter, man. Next week, though, in college football, the games to watch, not really a lot, man. Not in the top 25, but I will say LSU versus Mississippi State. Check that out. Illinois versus Penn State. Penn State probably going to beat the shit out of them. But a real interesting one, actually, hold on. Minnesota, how many games did y'all win? Y'all 2-0? Yeah. The number 20 Tar Heels versus Minnesota. That's going to be a game I would say to look at. Both teams are undefeated. Minnesota is probably going to try to stand up in the Big Ten, and North Carolina really thinks they're the cream of the crop of the ACC, and they kind of are because if you ask D, outside of Florida State. By the way, Florida State played an excellent game. Like I said last week, they played an excellent game. They played Boston College this week, but North Carolina, they're better than motherfucking Clemson. I can tell you that. Clemson ain't the same team. Dabo Swinney lost a couple few kids. A couple few kids got transferred. And you know what Dabo said? I refuse to go inside the portal. We are Tigers football. This is Death Valley. Nigga, I'm going to say what Richard Sherman said. Ain't nobody scared of Death Valley no more, bro. Trevor Lawrence ain't there no more, man. Deshaun Watson's not there no more. Ain't nobody scared of Death Valley right now, dog. Get a squad because you just lost 6 blue chips. Get your squad up, son.
Good luck.
You know what I'm saying? Get your squad up, Dabo. So, but next week is going to be kind of a quiet week of football, unless you're unranked, y'all, and some good old unranked football for all y'all to watch.
So on tennis, Coco Gauff won the U.S. Open, and Coco Gauff joins Serena Williams as the youngest winner.
She is the 4th black woman to win this? Because Venus won it, Serena won it. Naomi won it.
Naomi and her now. Coco.
Yeah. Coco's a part of a legacy, but Coco
legacy.
Like, no, for real. I seen the clips of Coco, her last 2 matches. Very good. Very good. I knew she was going to be the one a couple of years ago. Like remember when Serena had that other baby? She's like, I can still do it, but she did a little to her back, and I told you that she was going down.
I was waiting for Serena after Coco won to be like, you got the juice now.
Nah, she ain't do that now. The only thing I saw was a hot, and I don't know if she was happy or miserable. Naomi Osaka just looking like, I'm gonna have to get these bitches.
Look.
I'm gonna lose all this baby fat in my face. Yes, y'all. D's making fun of Naomi.
She just
got chubby on me, man. I ain't like that.
Hey, look, she came off of pregnancy. You gotta give her grace.
Corday's still trying to shoot the club up, man.
Naomi's like, hey, I'm trying to train here. What are you doing,
hey, girl,
sir?
Hey, Naomi, pull my blonde dreadlock. I don't want to do this, Corday. Pull my blonde dreadlock.
Oh.
Yeah, baby.
Real quick, going back to this. Oh, yes, he does. Oh, yes, he does. Yeah. He literally sat there and said it was the worst roster. And everybody was
worst roster. How is he even close to You have Travis Hunter on your team just by him being there in that orbit. It at least lifts them up out of the bottom echelon of the bottom row of college teams, man. This nigga act like San Diego State can roll him or something, man. Like seriously, man. I think it's a combination of 2 things. I don't think it's racism, but it's racism.
Yeah, come on.
It's like I don't think like for real talk. I have no way to prove that it's racism, but you know,
white people are crazy. Y'all hear me?
So
that's what I'm saying, nigga. Like, but that also I really like. Okay, I can and I said this I think last week. I can believe anybody's doubts about Colorado, but did you think Colorado State was better than them? Did you think that Maryland was better than them? Did you? I don't know the teams I'm picking out, y'all. Did y'all think Tulsa was better than them? Did any of y'all really think that Iowa State, Cal? Did you really think these guys are better than them? No, man, get out of my face, bro. I feel that Yes, Dion came in and immediately pissed off everybody. Yeah, I can see it. We all saw it. But the man told you, I'm bringing my luggage, and it's Louis. And the man didn't lie to you,
So let me ask you this, D.
bro.
Um, before we go to WWE, so that was something else I meant to put on the board, but I put it on there now. Did you see that thing about the NBA approving like the tougher rest rule?
What's that?
So basically, that whole shit with load management is about to go bye-bye because essentially
Thank you.
it's so basically here's it is. So teams must manage their roster to ensure that no more than one star player is unavailable for the same game. For example, the Boston Celtics would not be allowed to rest both Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum in the same game unless they are both injured.
Makes sense.
Teams must ensure that star players are available for nationally televised and in-season tournament games. Okay, I see the capitalism at work on that one.
I'm
Um,
mad at that one. I don't like that.
oh,
Okay.
that's pure capitalism here.
Oh,
Come
it
on.
is, isn't it?
Oh,
You got to
yes.
be up there for the TV games.
Oh, yes. Teams must refrain from any long-term shutdown or near shutdown when a star player stops participating in games or plays a materially reduced role in circumstances affecting the integrity of the game. Under that scenario, the Washington Wizards and Portland Trail Blazers would have been investigated by the league after shutting down Bradley Beal and Damian Lillard respectively at the end of last season.
I was
Okay.
actually kind of going to mention that.
Mhm.
Because I was going to say, see, Ben Simmons is one thing, and I think that the consensus was he just wasn't ready or whatever. Whatever, like we're not going into that. But I know for a fact Bradley was healthy, and
Mhm.
we sat him down. Here's the funny thing: I would have sat his ass down too.
But that goes into these last two. Teams must ensure that healthy players resting for a game are present and visible to fans. Which okay.
This goes into the biggest thing, and I said this when we was talking about this. The one thing I dislike of all of it is like, well, I paid good money to see you.
Man, go fuck off, man. It's like, dude, that's like me if I go to a Dallas Cowboy game and Dak Prescott isn't playing. Where the fuck is Dak at? I fucking paid. I'm like,
This. I came from this city to see this team, and he wouldn't even play. And it's the biggest repeated complaint that I see about this. And to me, that's the slimiest one. And it's from fans, and it really irks me wrong
you really
because
think
only in my sense is that, dog, I don't think none of y'all played sports before, let alone in the NBA, and let alone with the pressure and all the rest of that. Like, I'm all for these players. If they need a mental break, dog, sit your ass down, bro. If you are not there yet, and look, I put it this way: if you need, like, hey, yo, coach, I need a couple games, bro. Cool. If it's longer than 5 games, hey, get your ass out and work it out on that court.
they said
That's my rule. That's my
it.
rule.
But that's it. The NBA said they have exceptions. Multi-game absences for bona fide injuries makes sense.
True.
Personal reasons makes sense.
True.
Rare and unusual circumstances, those are things that happens.
And let's go with mental, like, you just not mentally there. Cool. Let's go with that.
Roster management for unavailable star players. Okay, end of season flexibility.
Yeah,
total sense. And
I like that last one because I think that one, even though they said they wouldn't investigated the Wizards, that would have probably cleared them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So I get it because you're basically the load management conversation is pretty much gone at this point. So it's like,
and the load management conversation ruined a lot of this shit because load management was supposed to be something that was better, but it really hurt a lot of the league. But what I noticed it hurt more importantly was the bottom line for some of these executives. And that's where it got a little bit like, yo, F you, man. Let that person heal up. Let that person go to sleep. You know what I mean? Whatever, man.
Come on, man. You're not no bull. It always boils down to,
rule out. Yeah, we're not stupid. We know how this go, nigga.
So the UFC WWE endeavor is officially done.
And I sat and when I sat, it was so funny. I sat and watched Monday Night Raw. And I don't get to watch Monday Night Raw that much. I don't got cable, so I got to watch it straight up off a stream. So, but when I was watching, and I was just like, this is the last McMahon era thing, and it's just, You know what I mean? It's weird that WWE is finally in a place where it has to like, okay, we can separate now. We can kind of grow and be different and whatever. I think they're going to be fine. Like, if anybody thinks that WWE is going to fall apart or not, shut the fuck up. That's not going to happen. At this point, WWE is a little bit too big to fail, at least in that kind of regard, unless something really dramatic happens where it is like an exodus, like in Japan, where everybody left and go to, like, everybody leaves all Japan to go to Noah. That's the only way you're going to get something dramatic happening. But here's the thing, especially with wrestlers, too many people, with Endeavor being there, too many people are going to be getting paid.
Yeah, and that's the thing too.
People are going to be getting paid, and not that many people are going to do that little thing where fuck this, the integrity of wrestling. That's going to go out the door. A lot of that's going to go out the door, man. So
now they did. Now they did break down what this means and what it doesn't mean. So first off, none of the products are going to change drastically. It was like somebody was like, you're not gonna see Roman Reigns pop up at a fucking UFC event. That's not gonna damn happen. And stuff.
Nah, that's not. Nah.
But
I think there will be a easier, more smoother crossover between the two brands.
Oh no, they basically said you'll see a lot of UFC promotion on WWE and vice versa.
Yeah,
you'll see a lot of that.
And I think WWE and WWE and UFC kind of have to have that. It's weird, man, because there was at one point that this would have been stupid, and Dana White would have drew a line and saying that this was never going to happen. But it's just so funny that here we are, and there's a lot of money to be made. There's a lot of money to be made out of this shit. The Saudis know what they got with both of these products.
Now, monetarily, in terms of, does this mean that UFC fighters are going to get more money?
That's a good question.
It's still a toss-up, because on one hand, this is not going to affect money on WWE because it's still going to stay the same, obviously, and stuff.
I call bullshit. I guarantee the wrestlers are going to get paid a little bit more, just a little bit. Not like it's going to be like
significant.
So, super significant. I know. Put it this way: if you're, I need to pick somebody. If you're Carl Anderson, I got my check. Endeavor. All right, cool. All right, hey baby. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm divorced now.
Yeah. So it's also the media rights. That's going to definitely be interesting, especially since Peacock and WWE got a little deal going on, and they also.
Stupid things about Disney still trying to own WWE, which is like they're just signed to someone.
Yeah,
whatever.
But they're thinking that maybe it could be another situation where it's like, if you don't got Peacock, you're gonna have to pay $60 for a pay-per-view. But there's nobody knows.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah,
I will say that is a good question. Yeah. I'm sorry. Our good friend Duke, who just donated to us,
I mean, yeah.
I hear Umar. Forgot. I forgot. Duke can't stand the Steelers. I keep on forgetting that.
Oh yeah. Peacock deal is up in 2025.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah.
They got time, and I think. Remember, I said this before. I really think that Universal don't want to give them up.
Nah.
There's too much history between them and WWE, so. If anything, man, do something with the app, so there's more stuff that we can do with WWE side of it, man. That's all I'll probably say. But
but they're saying McMahon's involvement with this is definitely going to be very minimal.
And the one thing I love about it is that people's like, well, McMahon's gone now. Like, he was gone a minute ago. His influence is kind of left. Everybody's easy backstage. If they're not easy backstage, that means they're about to get fired. Or they put up a shitty, or Triple H like, hey, everybody in. The fuck were we doing on Friday night?
I mean,
that's the only thing I say, man. So, good for them, man. Good for them.
But yeah, on the WWE front, it's been very interesting right now because we might possibly get a Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso match popping off.
I think that's going to happen because right now they're kind of building up that nobody wants Jey there. Jey just had a match with Kevin and he accidentally super kicked him. And I don't think it's going to build up between those two. I think the next week he's going to do something and one of the baby faces loses. It's like, nigga, what the fuck are you here for? Type of thing, you know what I mean? Eventually this is going to boil over. Either they're going to get mad at Cody or Cody's gonna be like, I brought you here so you can do better. You know what, Oos? You ain't had to do nothing for me. I think that's what's gonna happen. Something like that. And some four, and they're gonna have to bang heads, and that's probably gonna be Jay's biggest match. But at the same time, I'm thinking like not biggest match, but Jay, I hope they don't fight because that means one of them is going to have to lose, and I think they both want momentum going into the Royal Rumble. Even though we're months away from that, I still think they want some type. Well, actually, no, we're supposed to be seeing hype towards Survivor Series, aka War Games. Which, by the way, Chris, I love that it's now Survivor Series War Games because I
Even though
always
they're not doing the tradition, they're not doing the I think they're not doing the steel cage for war games. I think it's something that they're not doing.
No, they do. No, they did it last year, so I don't know what they're gonna do this. I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll find out. Because to me, I don't think you should. Because if I'm mistaken, Hell in a Cell is gonna be soon. So you got Hell in a Cell, and then like probably not even a whole month later, you got Survivor Series. And you got that fucking. I don't think that's gonna happen. We'll find out. We'll see what they want to do. But also I didn't put up the picture of this. Becky won the NXT Championship last night.
So congratulations on being a NXT champion alongside the other 4 horsewomen. Congratulations.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of funny because I remember everybody back when NXT first started. Everybody was like, "Oh man, trade this person down there, trade that person down there, and do this and do that." And what everybody wanted to see was like a mid Carter go down there and win a belt. And the first person to do that was a mid Carter, and that was Dolph Ziggler. When Dolph did it, Dolph got the most out of you going down there to pick somebody up, and that was Breaker, and Breaker immediately stopped doing shit the second Dolph left. That's a different story. Braun Breaker went from so much potential to
I mean, yeah.
I think it's more because Carmelo and Trick are so much more entertaining and so much draws your eyes to it, And then on top of that, but I never imagined a person that's in the upper card or a champion in a champion level to go down there and get the belt and come back up. To me, that's like John Cena going down to FCW back in 2009 and winning the championship down there. It's on that same level. But what the hell? I can understand if it was like a mid-level dude, but you? So, that's kind of cool to me, man.
Hey, Braun and Baron Corbin, though, that's going to be pretty good.
Yeah. Also on NXT, I don't know if they fought yet. Did Dominique and Mustafa fight yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. I think Mustafa's going to end up taking the belt from him. But at the same time, the bigger question is, how long are they going to what's the end game of the whole Judgment Day anyway right now? Yeah, it's cool to see them with the 2 belts and the briefcase and his belt and Rhea's belt. But how long are they going to keep that up? This is a good question. I don't, I really ain't got no answer to that, man. Yeah. I do find it funny though that the girl that I did not want to see come back last night. Nia's back. Wonderful.
Landed like a wet fart, didn't it?
I'm gonna give her credit. Enough time has passed. Her appearance at the Royal Rumble this past
interesting
was funny. It was funny because she showed up. Everybody was like, "Boo!" She threw somebody out, and she came up there, and all the girls like, "Get this big bitch out of here!" They jumped her. I thought that was hilarious. It was done right.
Fight back.
Can't even sell a move right. Like I thought that was hilarious, man. But we'll see what happens with it. A part of me thinks that if they're Judgment Day have the right people to lose to, I just don't know when they're going to lose.
You know who they're going to lose to? Imperium.
I don't think they're going to lose to Imperium.
I don't think so because Imperium has been out here like.
I think the next people that's going to get the tag belts are going to be baby faces. So
not Imperium because I like Imperium.
They're heels, man. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think if they do, it's going to be some tornado tag shit, and I don't know. One of them dudes going to tag in 1, 2, 3 and win it. Maybe, but I don't think it's going to happen.
So would you put it on Alpha Academy since they are kind of sort of the baby?
That's a good question. What is going to happen to Alpha Academy? What's going to happen to Chad Gable? because Chad.
That's about to go singles.
The one thing I love, the one thing I've been liking about WWE lately is that it's sports entertainment, but then like back when Vince did it back in the 2000s and the 90s and all that, it'd be like, it's sports entertainment. All of a sudden, like, oh, we're watching a wrestling match. What I noticed this last year and a half is that every time they know they're about to get wrestling matches, there's hype to it. There's like, oh, they're about to fight. No, they're really about to fight, and everybody knows it's about to be a big fight.
I totally
and when they got in the ring, boy, it was a wrestling match. I loved it, man.
I totally forgot about this wild card.
What?
Bobby and the Street Profits.
Yes, I was about to mention them.
I totally forgot. Yeah, they are another one. It's like,
And real talk, we still got LA Knight floating around. We don't know what's LA going to do. You still got Omos, which I think WWE they want to fit him somewhere. I don't know where they're going to fit him.
Who?
Oh, somebody! Look, it's going to upset the hell out of some of y'all, but D's going to be standing up, and I think it's going to happen the night after WrestleMania. Whoever is going to be like the Intercontinental Champion, whatever. Yeah. You see a boss come out there just destroy this shit. I'm like, it's Omos's time. Yes, I've been waiting on this. It's time for the big Nigerian to kill everybody. I've been waiting on it. Hey, I think it's coming. Give it some time, bro. Give it some time.
Give us throw it off and be like, can we get Omos with the New Day? Because Big E, it's looking like Big E ain't gonna come back because yeah. I know, right? Asuka did.
Asuka has 4 words since she can speak English very good. On this phone, however, I can speak fluid English. If she drags, I love it. Her IGs making fun of Anaya is enough for me.
It's the memes that get me every fucking time. The memes and videos and shit.
Yes. And yes, JD McDonough, I don't know what they're going to do with JD. I really think it's going to come down to him and Finn. And I think Finn, just because that's the nigga he helped train to come into wrestling, they're going to have their big match, and it's going to be woo. They beat the shit out of each other. I think that's what's going to build up to them. But I think all of us are still interested in what the hell is going to happen with Damian Priest in that briefcase. Who's going to be the one to get?
Which belt is he going to go for? That's the one thing.
I hope it ain't Cody. When Cody finally gets it, you just see Damian come out of nowhere, hit him 1, 2, 3.
Or plot twist.
I think it will, though.
Plot twist. Cody pins Damian, and Damian the cash-in does not work.
Has that look like what I do? And then here comes Finn, all 5 foot nothing. I told you, what is wrong with you? And they break up. That might happen.
That's a good
Here comes Rhea. I did more. It was more Scottish. But anyway, speaking of Scottish, hey yo, Xavier need to stop. Okay, so the whole little thing they're trying to do with Drew, I think Drew is going to flip heel, because right now he's just in between, but I think he's going to fully flip heel. But the line that Xavier told him, like, whoa, like I understand, you're just mad that you never had the reign that you deserve. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Kofi, everybody's celebrating all that, and you got it. No one was there to celebrate for you. And I bet that just rubs you the wrong. I like your ex. That Scottish nigga is a big dude. Stop talking to him. He ain't there to protect you, nigga. But you know what ended up happening? Xavier and him had a banger of a match. It was only about 12 minutes, but it was a good match. Really good match. Man, X-Man. I really love X-Man. I really do. Yeah, so whatever, man.
I think I'll have X win the North American Championship just because.
You know what? Here's a funny thing. I think X is the right person to give that to. Just so when he goes to NXT, him and Kofi can have their fun for about a month and a half before they finally lose it to one of the rookies. I think that's probably the easiest way of doing it, because unless they're going to give it to Mustafa, which I think he should win it, because Mustafa's earned. I think, just real talk, I think he's earned a chance to get a belt, just period.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see. But X might be the better.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But yeah, trying to think AEW. AEW. So I'm like this. There's a lot of people. Swerve basically talk cash shit to Hangman Page. It was the I don't know if you saw it. It was the funniest
I
shit.
saw it.
That shit was full of funny, and I'm sitting back and I'm like, if AEW don't do anything with Swerve, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
I got this feeling they're not gonna give Swerve shit.
That sucks, man. That sucks, man.
The reason why is because it's just D. And anybody is allowed to correct me on this, you're fully within your right. I think they're full of shit when it comes to black wrestlers. I think they're full of shit. Like, yeah.
How you think they full of shit? Just in what way?
Remember when the biggest things we heard was Keith Lee was going to be a dominating presence over there?
Oh, he's gonna be a dynamo and powerhouse.
Same thing with him and Swerve. All they got was a tag team title. I'm not knocking that, by the way.
It was dope. It was a dope moment.
I actually liked it. The fact that it's taken Hobbs all of his career to get where he's at right now, just so they can mirror him in a couple of months. Oh yeah, I see it coming. I see it coming. He gonna fall down a flight of steps. It's because they don't know how to book right. But I just don't trust them when it comes to this little move. Like, no, y'all give it to y'all best friends all the time, man. I don't want to hear this shit. Like, I don't care. Like, if it does go to Swerve, good. Don't Rich Swan this nigga and give it back to Kenny or some bullshit like that, because I think that's what's gonna happen.
I will never forgive that shit with Rich Swan and Kenny. I was like, bro, y'all did that shit, man. Y'all did them dirty.
I hated that Impact gave up a part of their soul to do that. That was to me, that was beneath Impact. Like, Impact gained nothing from it, man.
Rich Swan was on a high. I was like, oh shit, good for him, man. This is great. And he lost.
Next thing you know, he loses to Kenny. How was the match? The match wasn't even that great.
It was all right. It was all right.
Yo, man, I didn't like. I really don't trust them putting a belt on Swerve. I think Swerve does deserve it. I think Swerve, just being a fan of his work for the last 7 years.
Oh, he's been, ever since he left WWE, he's definitely been putting it in. Like,
actually, I did when he got to WWE, like when he got to WWE and NXT and did his shit. I was like, good. When he got on the main roster, good. It's just that how that ended was like, it wasn't supposed to end like this. But he positioned himself well going to AEW. And it felt like he wasn't doing nothing for a while, and now it feels like this little build. But it feels like this buildup is kind of like, Dolph Ziggler, shut up! You're not going to be the champion. That's what it feels like to me.
Oh, okay. So you remember 10 years ago that whole biogenesis shit?
Biogenesis what?
Oh, you didn't know about that?
What?
Biogenesis, which was like the thing that was like it was a wellness clinic in Miami.
What about it?
So it's they're
I know I heard that name before. Like, what happened?
Yeah, they did kind of like a 10-year retrospective on like everything about that this year. And I was like reading up on it. I was like, why did I not know about, like, I heard of it, but I didn't read up on it, and just reading on everything. And I was like, holy shit. Like, that was insane.
It's been they did who did a roll up on it? It was like the Deadspin or some shit like that.
It was Deadspin, and then it just like, man, that was insane.
I got to read it.
Yeah. ESPN did like a full breakdown of everything, and it was like, holy shit, this is crazy. Like, look, PEDs and just that whole thing.
They're trying to grow humans, man. They're trying to grow humans into something better.
Bigger, better, faster.
Bigger, better, stronger. Like, yo, man, like, they're just balls of muscle running. Like they really are trying to make the perfect athlete, man. Like, I feel like somewhere the Third Reich is like, this is what we wanted. like, you know what I mean? Like,
hey, I'm laughing at the fact that Shannon still is, he in week 2 and he's still like, now Skip. Oh, god damn. I'm sorry. And I like how Stephen A's like, hey, man, I get it. Understand. Take your time, man. Take your time. I totally understand. It's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute, man. Because he's still like, now skip.
Skip. Nigga, You messed up by making that a catchphrase that you can't get out of. I feel
But-
bad. I feel bad, man. I really feel bad for Shannon because it's a habit that he have to physically, mentally gotta because when you get to talking, you kind of forget shit. You know what I mean?
But
Especially you get expottable.
He got my man Stephen A wearing some light colored suits now and shit. I'm like, okay.
It really is kind of funny how ESPN has corralled around Stephen A. Smith because it feels like that's their only cash cow there, and it's just weird.
Sir, we got a new challenger because Pat McAfee is going to be joining the First Take crew. They're rotating out people.
So he's actually going to be on First Take. I thought he was going to have like his own shit. All right.
Oh, he has his own shit, but Pat McAfee's popping up because you know how fucking what's his face what's the dude
Who the white guy?
No, former Steelers player.
Ryan Clark.
Yeah, Ryan Clark pops up on First Take every once in a while. He'll pop up on Fox Sports and stuff sometimes. Like it's just one of those things where they just rotate out stuff. So that's what Pat McAfee's doing. It's like they'll rotate him in there at times and then don't rotate him in. So it's like, all right, that's gonna be kind of funny to see him on First Take because Pat McAfee again has the sensibilities. I'm like, yeah, he probably would bounce off of Stephen A and them pretty well.
I think he would, I think more importantly, what we're seeing with both shows is that there's a bit of fatigue with both men of Stephen A and Skip. It feels like this is a war between y'all two, and nobody cares of that y'all still fighting each other. It kind of comes off like that. I feel that like what I've seen, First Take has always been First Take to me.
Yeah, regardless of who it is.
Borderline trash. I don't like it. I like the flow on Undisputed better. Just real talk. There's 4 different voices now, so it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? So, and I have to admit, every time I'm doing what Shannon does out of habit. Ooh, Undisputed. What the fuck? Shannon ain't there, dude.
Yeah, it's like, all right, he ain't there anymore.
We're talking about the Cowboys. Is Mike and Skip. I want to see what they say.
So you know. But yeah, that's
one more thing, just to mention it. He is still the champion.
Gunther has made the IC title. Might be Omos, man. Could be.
It's gonna have to be somebody. Man.
We'll see. We will see.
That motherfucker gonna rock. I do also have a feeling he's going to just, you know what? I don't want this belt no more. And just toss it, and there's like a tournament. I feel like something like that is going to happen. I feel like he's not going to be beaten, and they're going to make a point of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they're going to make like to me, but that takes long-term storytelling and type of shit, and that's if you want to really do that, and that's if you know your end game is going to hit. You know what I mean? So we'll see, but yeah. That is it.
That is it for Working Title Sports Show. We will see you guys next week. Peace.